Hey everybody, it's your captain here. Been quite some time since I have done a my thoughts on anything. And well, there's one thing that's floating around the internet that I thought I'd give my opinion on. Something that's, in the mainstream. And then I thought I might throw a few little nuggets of stuff down at the end there to just to throw some stuff out there. Whatever. I want to start with the whole James Gunn thing because I have maintained from the start that Disney was wrong to fire James Gunn the way they did. But I can understand their stance from it. It's a big company. They don't want to seem like they're not taking action, and they probably have all kinds of stuff going on. So they were hoping that this would just get swept under the table, but unfortunately, it's it's not. Because some apparent fucking like alt right asshat dug up some old shit that James Gunn posted like a millennia ago, and now all of a sudden it's so bad, and Disney's like, oh, sorry, you can't be a part of the Disney family if you make in inappropriate jokes about child molestation and shit, and I am of the mind that, what the fuck, alt-right, you're over here getting on the fucking case of a guy who joked about this shit, yet this shit's going on in the Catholic, the Catholic Church and all that. I'm not, because I hate fucking politics with a fucking passion. But you know what I hate even more? Just fucking people. I don't like people. I I want everybody, like, I am of the mind that I want everybody to get along. Is it so fucking hard? Unfortunately, it is. Whatever. But back to the James Gunn thing. I think Disney was wrong to fire him. I honestly think they should just suck up the fact that they fucked up and rehire him. Because that would do nothing but ingratiate you to the hardcore fans and keep your Guardians of the Galaxy actors happy. Because a lot of people love that series, and no matter you're in a win-lose situation. It is literally a win-lose situation. Either you suck it up, say you were wrong, hire James Gunn back, and then have the alt-right people get all up in arms about the situation, which fuck them, or you either, and then if you don't do that, your choices are either to just not do a third Guardians of the Galaxy movie, which you like money, so you're gonna try it, which means you're gonna have to find a suitable replacement for James Gunn to do Guardians of the Galaxy 3. And there are already many top name directors who have already said they're not gonna do it. The only way I could see you getting away with that, with getting away with getting someone else, is if you brought Gunn back as some sort of consultants, whatever, use his script, leave him on as some kind of producer. I don't know. You have to get him involved. Excuse me. Otherwise, people are going to outright reject whoever is the next director. Especially if whoever is the next director comes in and does their own script. I think you're better off just scrapping it completely because the backlash you're going to get. But then at the same time, the average person out there, the average moviegoer, has no idea about any of this stuff that's going on. They only know the most superficial of information. And they won't even care. And all they'll see is, hey, Guardians of the Galaxy 3. I'll go see that, and I get it. I really do get it. It's unfortunate though, but we can't count James Gunn out yet because Warner Brothers is like, we don't give a fuck what you tweeted in the past. We see the talent that you have. So get over here and help us with a franchise that we have been having a hard time with. And is it really a franchise if there's only been one movie? But I'm talking about Suicide Squad 2. Now, to put this out there, I have never actually seen Suicide Squad, and I don't intend to, because I mean, unless James Gunn decides to direct, he may decide to direct. So far, I have heard he's writing. I gotta see more information. Just because he's on board doesn't mean I'm on board for Suicide Squad. DC needs to earn my love back because they have just been, oy, I don't know what they're doing. But they seem to be making right steps. I like the way Aquaman looks. I like the way Shazam looks. I haven't seen, nobody's seen anything for Wonder Woman, but alright, people at Comic-Con have seen stuff for Wonder Woman, but, and they have said that it looks pretty interesting, looks good, so you have my attention. And then you went and did this, and now you really have my attention. So depending on what they do, if it is a continuation of the story, then yes, I will go back and watch Suicide Squad 1, unfortunately, and power myself through that just to see, just to get the lore of the situation, which from what I've heard, there's not a whole lot of lore to begin with, but whatever. But I mean, it kind of makes sense. It is like the most obvious step ever for DC to hire him to do their version of Guardians of the Galaxy. Yeah, it is what it is. I can't wait to hear more news on it. Now, from what I understand, Dave Bautista is like, he's been... We could all, like, just wish to have a friend as hardcore as Dave Bautista, because he's just fighting for this man from the fucking start. And from what I understand, he is all on board to be in James Gunn's Suicide Squad movie, and even Michael Rosenbaum has even said, like, hey, I'll be in there too. So hey, more props to him. I hope they do something good. I really do, because DC needs to turn things around. If they're trying to do what they say they're trying to do, or actually, whatever. They want to compete with Marvel. They want to, despite what any of their corporate people may or may not say. They want to compete with Marvel. They want to be the next Marvel. Shut up! Sorry, cat's being annoying. So, good luck, James Gunn. From what I understand, you got a tough job ahead of you to turn around Guardians of the Galaxy and make it a viable franchise. So, here's hoping, if anybody can do it, I imagine you can. So, now, to move on to some other topics. Let's see, what do I care about right now? Oh, you know what's really cool? That SSS.Gridman show that just dropped its second episode on Crunchyroll. I vaguely remember the old Gridman when it was Americanized and called, I believe it was like Cyber Samurai Squad or some shit like that. I don't remember much about it, but I remember seeing it when I was a kid and being like, this is awesome! And it was a live tokusatsu style anime, like Power Rangers and Ultraman and all that. Only now it's Gridman is an anime, and it's pretty interesting. The art style is pretty cool. You can definitely tell it's made by the same people who do Ultraman. After the first two episodes, like, they're definitely following a certain style, of storytelling. I'm hoping it takes, it turns left or right at some point in time and tries to make itself distinct from other Ultra series. But at the same time, even if they give us a little bit more of the same, I'm cool with that. Speaking of Ultra series, I actually just saw that Crunchyroll is getting ready to drop a lot of its older Ultraman series. I believe Mebius is gone, Max is gone, 80's gone, Leo's gone. The only one that's confirmed to say is X, which is good for me because X is my favorite of the Ultra series. And there's no word on Orb or G yet, but shut up! But there's a good chance those might stick around because how popular they are. I definitely want to go back because I haven't given G a second watching. Like, I watched it as it aired, and I enjoyed it. I can tell it was mostly a cash grab, to sell toys, whatever. The whole series is to sell toys. But I enjoyed it, and I hope they keep them. If they don't, fine, I get it. Rights switch hands. I think that they're giving it up not because they want to, but because, I'm going to butcher this name, Subara. However, the company that owns the Ultra series, I believe they're going to sell them or turn around and give it to Netflix because Netflix is doing an original Ultraman anime that should be out early next year, which I'm looking forward to. I've read the first collection of issues for that manga that it's based off of. It's that manga series where he's not huge, he's just a regular man in a powered suit, and he's also got powers and whatever. It's supposed to be like a direct continuation of the original Ultraman series. So, I'm interested. I'm definitely going to watch it because it's going to be on Netflix, and who the fuck doesn't have a Netflix subscription nowadays? And plus, I love Ultraman. So, here's hoping that we get a bunch of Ultra series on Netflix. Granted, I would love to see X on Netflix, but as long as I can still watch Ultraman X whenever I want, I'm good. So if it stays on Crunchyroll, if it moves to Netflix, whatever, I'm good. And speaking of, I'm hoping that when this happened, might be the reason why Ultraman R&B or Rube or whatever they want to call it, the current running Ultra series that stopped, like it's not streaming anywhere. Like, you can watch episodes on YouTube, but you used to. Only you can if you have a Japanese YouTube account, because now they've completely taken away any kind of American access to that show. I can see it. It shows up in my feed, but I cannot watch it because I'm not in Japan. And that freaking sucks. Because just based off of the first episode that I actually got to watch, like, I watched it in Japanese before someone added the subtitles. I enjoyed it. And then I watched it after when they added the subtitles and still enjoyed it. It definitely seems like another, hey, we're going to make kids buy toys sort of thing. But like I've said before, that's just the Ultra series in general. So I'm hoping that this means that Ultraman R&B, Red and Blue, whatever, is going to be added to Netflix when they drop the Netflix series. Like, they'll finish the series up and then just drop the entire series on Netflix. And then I will binge watch the whole thing. Because I am severely, like, going through new Ultra withdrawals. Like, I want to see some new stuff, and I can't. Because you asshats are not making it easily accessible, and I'm not going out of my way to pirate it. Fuck that. I am not that kind of person. I don't like pirating stuff. I like giving my money to see quality. All right, I don't want to take the chance of possibly finding a good version of it on a pirate site that may or may not have American subtitles. Fuck that. It'll eventually come to a streaming service, and I will watch it then. So that's my Ultra stuff. Didn't realize I'd go on that long about that. But another thing I would like to touch on is, and I haven't gone to see it yet, but I want to go see it because it's just like the reviews are all over the place, and I am just so intrigued by it. Is the new Venom movie. I have been on the fence about this movie for a long time, and I'm gonna go see it. I've always was going to go see it, but ever since I heard they were making it and that it was gonna not include Spider-Man, I've always been kind of meh. I'm like, I don't think that's gonna work, but sure, if you write it well. And from what I understand, it is a hot garbage movie. To quote Danielle Radford from Screen Junkies, the movie is straight up hot trash, and she loves it. Like, that, you got my attention with that. When something is so bad it's good, I want to see it, and I am interested in this. Though the fact that, from what I understand, spoiler alert, in case anybody's worried about it, because it was spoiled for me because I didn't give a shit. Stuff, it was kind of fucking obvious, but apparently they reveal Cletus Cassidy in the end with Woody Harrelson, who, you know, everybody kind of knew he was cast as Cletus Cassidy from the beginning, whatever. So that means Carnage is going to be in the next movie, which I'm pretty sure we all saw coming. If Carnage didn't actually show up in this movie, which I think would have made a little bit more sense. Like, if you're going to give us Venom, just go all out, throw in his main villain, like the one guy everybody knows. But now you've got two movies, possibly two movies, where he's just going to be fighting symbiotes. I don't know what to think of that. Yeah, I feel like most super movies, you fight a reflection of yourself in the first movie, and in the second movie, you fight a different kind of villain. You're not fighting reflections of yourself constantly. Whatever, though. I don't know. Maybe after I see it, I'll drop a review for it, but I don't know. Tentatively interested is where I'm going with that. Let's see if there's anything else on my mind. Looking forward to seeing some stuff on Godzilla vs. Kong, because they're getting ready to start production on that within the next couple of weeks, I want to say. I don't know for sure. They keep saying, oh, it's going to start soon, and then it hasn't started yet. But it's going to start soon. So, here's hoping. Can't wait to hear stuff from that. I'm really disappointed that Adam Wingard, the director, is not on Twitter, because fucking Twitter is a garbage fire heap, and all the trolls that hated his adaptation of Death Note freaking chased him off. But that's another issue altogether. Here's hoping he'll eventually get back on and start dropping us some information, whatever. I feel like all of you that gave him shit over Death Note need to go apologize to him so I can see some behind-the-scenes tweets of Godzilla vs. Kong, goddammit. Not the point. The point is, I'm really hyped for that movie. And I want to see some stuff. King of the Monsters looks great. I've already talked about that. Not going into that. You know what? I think I'm going to wrap it right there. Thanks if you made it through this far listening. I appreciate it. Like, subscribe, whatever. You know the deal. And catch you on the flip side. Wow, that's a really out-of-date phrase. Whatever. Take it easy, guys and girls. Bye.